Hey friends, I'm Melissa from the Snuggle Bugz team, and I'm a mama of two little boys. We are in peak convertible car season. I've got two in my vehicle right now, so I'm so excited today to be comparing the Clek Foonf versus the Nuna Rava convertible car seats. Let's get right into it. All right, let's take it from the top with some of the key stats comparing these two seats. So here I've got the Nuna Rava convertible car seat, and this is the Clek Foonf convertible car seat. Now your Nuna Rava can accommodate a child from 5 to 40 pounds in rear facing mode and up to 65 pounds or 49 inches tall in forward facing mode. You can see here that we've also got some infant inserts in the Rava. Those can accommodate a child from 5 to 11 pounds. Once your child surpasses that 11-pound mark, then you're gonna remove those infant inserts. With the Clek Foonf, this seat can be used in rear facing from 14 to 40 pounds. If you want to use this seat from birth, so from 5 pounds and up, you can purchase an infant thingy sold separately to have infant seat compatibility. In rear facing mode, you can use this seat to 65 pounds as well, or 49 inches tall. Now, both of these seats, as you can see, they're convertible seats, which means you're getting rear facing and forward facing compatibility. You can see they both have an anti-rebound panel. They've both got a 5-point harness with shoulder pad covers, and they both have a lot of different adjustments and installation methods. So let's dive into the Nuna Rava to kick us off. So the Nuna Rava has some really great safety features built into the seat. So you've got an all steel frame. You've also got these side impact protection pods. So whichever side the vehicle door is on, you're gonna pop out this pod, and it just helps to further absorb energy in the event of a collision. In rear facing mode, you've also got the use of your anti-rebound bar, which is going to reduce rotational forces and again, take energy away from the child. Now with this seat on the side here, you can see that we've got some different recline positions. So you can adjust for the comfort of your child. You have one recline position in rear facing mode that you'll be in. And then as your child moves into forward facing mode, you have 5 different adjustments for recline. Now, some other things that I want to call out on the side of this seat are you actually have these nice chest clip holders, which is really great as you're loading your child in and out of the vehicle. Any parent or caregiver knows that feeling of kind of rummaging in behind your babe to try to find the harness straps. And this is a nice way of keeping the harness straps away from your babe so that you can load your child in and out of the seat. I'll show you how that works. So you're just going to push it over here and just kind of keep them in this little doorway. And it's just that much easier to load your child in the seat when they are out of the way. Now, I'm actually going to take out my infant inserts. So these are the 2 inserts here. Again, you're gonna remove these when your child is 11 pounds. And then I'm gonna show you some of the adjustments within the seat. So to adjust our harness length, we're of course going to just press this button, extend our harness straps, and from there you can adjust the shoulder height and head positioning of the harness. You've got an auto rethread harness. So as you pull up on this 10 position height adjustment, it will automatically readjust the height of your shoulder straps, which is a great convenience feature. Now let's take a look at the rear facing install of the Rava. Now the Rava can be installed using your vehicle seatbelt or with the soft latches provided in the base of the seat. To install in rear facing mode, first thing we're gonna do is recline the seat to that rear facing position. Then I do want to point out that they do have the option for extending the leg room. So you get an additional 2-inch clearance here if you pop out this extended leg room. It's a really great feature for just giving your babe that extra comfort in rear facing to keep them rear facing for as long as possible. Now, the other thing I will do as part of my setup is pop out my cup holder. So you have a cup holder on both sides of the Rava frame, And in rear facing, you're actually going to be feeding the vehicle seatbelt underneath those cup holders. So have them popped out so you have access. Now I've put my harness clips away to the side. I've also increased the height of my harness just so that I can really give myself a bunch of clearance in this space to work. I'm going to just pop up the seat backing, open up the base of the seat to reveal my belt tensioning doors. Blue is for rear facing, red is for forward facing. I'll open that door here. You can see down here is actually where your soft latch system is if you prefer to do that install. Now I will take the vehicle lap and shoulder belt from one side, feed it through the frame. Plug it into my vehicle seat belt. Then I'm just going to remove any excess slack, ensuring that I don't have any twists and turns in that install. Close my belt tensioning door, making sure that you hear that click. Then we're going to put our seat fabric back down, our back fabric back down. There are snaps to snap it in to get a nice secure fit. Now a couple last steps. So if you come around the side here, you'll want to actually put the shoulder belt of your seat belt in rear facing mode through this lock off system. You just use this in rear facing mode, not in forward facing mode, and that just helps to ensure the security of your seat. You're also going to pull out your seatbelt until you hear it ratcheting and make sure that your seatbelt is locked off. Then you will ensure that your seatbelt does not go more than 1 inch from side to side. We have a nice secure install here. And you'll ensure that whichever side of the seat your vehicle door is on, you pop out the side impact pod. Then you adjust your height adjustment for your child and you are ready to load them in your Nuna Rava. Now let's take a look at the forward facing install. So to install in forward facing mode, I have first removed my anti-rebound bar. To do so, there are 2 clips that connect the anti-rebound bar to the side. You're just gonna open them up and then you really yank the rebound bar out. That's how it's removed. I've also changed the recline position of my seat to be in the window for forward facing mode. Now, before you install, always remember to remove your top tether, feed it back through your seat and anchor it in, tightening up any excess slack. I've also increased my harness height to ensure that I just have a lot of room back here to do my install. I will move the seat fabrics out of the way to expose the forward facing belt tensioning path and doorway. Then I'm going to feed my lap and shoulder belt through. Clipping it into the frame, ensuring that there are no twists and turns, then removing any excess slack before closing my belt tensioning door again. Putting my seat fabrics back in place. They do snap in there. Adjusting my harness height. And then the last step is, again, you'll want to lock off your vehicle seatbelt. So you'll pull it out until you hear the ratcheting sound. Then make sure that it is nice and tight. And whichever side of the seat your vehicle door is on, you will just pop out the side impact pod and you are ready to go in forward facing mode. So this is the Clek Foonf. Now this seat is built like an absolute tank. It really is, it's a heavier seat because it is built with a steel and magnesium substructure. It is really built on the foundations of safety. So it's got that steel core frame, it's got the deep sidewalls for side impact protection. It's also really heralded on quality. So Clek has a limited lifetime guarantee with their seats. And if you didn't know, Clek is actually a Canadian company. Their seats are built in Canada, which is a really cool feature to add to the mix. Now, back onto the safety features, this seat is built with REACT technology. So that stands for rigid latch, energy absorbing crumple technology, which really just means in the event of a collision, this seat is going to absorb a lot of the energy and keep that energy away from your child. Now, you can see here we've got a anti-rebound bar for use in rear facing mode. I've got it showing right now with the rear facing wedge installed. So if you install this seat in forward facing, you would just pull this wedge out. This seat also has many different adjustment positions. So you can actually adjust the recline to 3 different positions on the Foonf. And you have multi-position adjustment in the headrest, which you can press on your buttons. It kind of acts like a vehicle seat headrest to pull up and down. Now, one of the really cool things about the Foonf is that this seat in forward facing mode can be installed with rigid latch connectors. So rigid latch is basically one of the safest forms of install for a car seat because it creates the strongest connection between your car seat and the vehicle seat. And in the case of the Foonf, you can actually install the seat in forward facing mode using the rigid latch and your vehicle seatbelt, which is really cool. You can do that up to your child is 48 pounds, at which point you do need to put the rigid latches back away and just install using the vehicle seatbelt. Now, let's take a look at what those installs look like. We'll start off with rear facing. Alrighty, we're ready for an install. So this is rear facing. You can do it in one of 2 ways, using the soft latches that are found in the seat of the car seat, or you can use your vehicle seatbelt. If you want to watch both methods, check out our full-length Clek Foonf product review. Today, I'm going to show you the rear-facing install using the vehicle seatbelt. Next up, we've got our anti-rebound bar installed for rear-facing, and I've got the seat in a reclined position. Now, I'm just going to open up the clips on the bottom of the seat to expose the base of our seat. Just feed the seat right off. The nice thing about being able to take this seat off is it makes it really easy to clean if you do have messes on the go. This exposes our belt tension doors. So you can see here, we're just gonna open up these lock-offs, and you can see on each of the side, there is a blue door indicating the rear facing belt path. So I will feed my lap and shoulder belt through there. Clipping in my seatbelt, then removing any excess tension. Then I'm going to close my lock-off doors as such. And install my seat back on. You're just gonna feed your crotch strap through the base here. Then ensuring that I have no movement more than 1 inch from side to side, and you are ready to go in rear facing mode. Now let's do the forward facing install of our Foonf. So I've removed our anti-rebound panel, I've adjusted my recline position, and I am ready to go. So first up, you want to remove your top tether and get it ready to plug into the back of your vehicle seatbelt. Now we can also install using the rigid latches. I'm so excited to show you. So we're gonna do a rigid latch and vehicle seatbelt install for this. You can use your rigid latches for the forward facing install up to the 48-pound mark for your child. The other thing while I'm down here is that I did remove our rear facing wedge when starting the forward facing install. So to release our rigid latches at the back here, there's just a little pull button and at the bottom of the frame, and we will pull out our rigid latches. Then we're going to just connect them into the connectors on our vehicle. Then again, pull on that rigid latch bar to get a tighter fit with our vehicle seatbelt. So there we are, ready to go. Now I'm going to install the vehicle seatbelt as well. So you're just going to take your lap and shoulder belt and feed it through the forward facing belt path in red on the back of the seat. plugging in. And then with the Foonf in the forward-facing install with your vehicle seatbelt, you're actually just going to lock off the top shoulder belt on the vehicle seatbelt side. So you're going to just feed that shoulder belt through the red lock off and then tighten her up. There we go. And lastly, we will connect our top tether, tighten it up, and we are ready to rock in forward-facing mode with the Clek Foonf. So there you have it, the Clek Foonf versus the Nuna Rava. I would love to hear what direction you're leaning in. If you're still not sure, don't forget to check out our best convertible car seats roundup video. We will link it in the description, as well as the individual product videos for both of these seats. And at Bugz, a big part of our mission is to instill confidence in families navigating the early stages of parenthood. And a big way that we do that is through car seat education. So I hope this video has been valuable for you. Thank you so much for hanging out with me, and we'll catch you on the next one.